so many things, but I think it's just because it's not as big as Christmas, right? I do know like a bit about Judaism. I took a lot of religious studies classes in university, and Hanukkah starts today, so I thought it would be good. Okay, let's start. 35 facts, so it's probably going to be a bit short, but that's okay. All my sources will be down below. There was quite a few, so if you like find maybe a better website than what I was looking for, also let me know. You know, just help a girl out. There's hair in my earphone. Okay, I've got my laptop here with all the facts, so I'm just gonna read off of it. So number one, the word Hanukkah actually means dedication. Dedication. Number two. Hanukkah lasts for 8 nights to commemorate how long the holy light burned. So it's 8 nights long. This is a fact I didn't put on here, so maybe we have 36. Hanukkah begins at sundown tonight. Not the day I'm filming it, the day you're watching it, the day I'm polishing it. Number 3. A menorah is lit each night of the holiday. Number 4. A menorah is a candelabra with 9 candles. 4 on either side and a handle in the center intended to light all the others. This is known as the shams, and it sits higher than or somehow apart from the other candles. So there's 9 candles, but it's just because the one lights the rest of them, and then each candle like represents each night of Hanukkah. So there's 8. Number 5. Gifts were not always given for Hanukkah. It used to be tradition for people to give money to one another for Hanukkah, but as Christmas became more popular, more and more Jewish people began to give gifts instead. Number 6. Hanukkah dishes are mostly fried, and this is for a reason. Latkes, soufflé, which is jelly donuts, apple fritters. I swear when I whisper, the words just don't come out of my mouth because I do not stumble on my words as much as I do when I'm making ASMR content, so I truly apologize. But and Google, when you think of the food served at Hanukkah, most of them are fried. This isn't a coincidence. People fry their food in oil for Hanukkah as a symbol for the miracle oil that burned for 8 nights straight. Number 7, Grand Army Plaza in New York reportedly has one of the largest menorahs in the world. It's 32 feet high and 4,000 pounds. Number 8, Hanukkah is not the most important Jewish holiday. Apparently this is like a huge misconception because it's always when Christmas is, right? And Christmas is the largest Christian holiday. And I guess we could say atheistic holiday. But I believe it's a festival in the spring. That's their big holiday. The Jews. What's it called? I know that they have like festivals and that's like their thing. I forget. It's been a while. Number 9. Harry Truman was the first president to celebrate Hanukkah at the White House. I don't believe he was Jewish though. I just think he lit a menorah. Number 10. There is no wrong way to spell Hanukkah because there is no correct way to directly translate the Hebrew sounds to English. It could be spelled in a variety of different ways, and each are equally correct. So you can spell it with an H, you can spell it with the CH. Anything really counts, apparently. I kind of kept to one spelling in my notes here, and I went with Hanukkah, Hanukkah. I know a lot of people do spell it with a CH. I've always just known it to start with an H. It's like pretty popular for whatever I've been like involved in. So I think an H is better, but I do know that like people use a CH, and like that's cool. I'm just saying my preference on the word Hanukkah. And number 11. The famous dreidel, or 4-sided spinning top, was invented as a distraction. The Greek Syrians had outlawed Jewish studies, so the Jews spun dreidels to pretend they were merely playing games, while they engaged in the scripture or like their Torah learning. of the Hebrew month Kislev. It's Kislev. That date can correspond anywhere from late November to late December. Number 17. Sometimes Hanukkah coincides with American Thanksgiving. And number 18. In 2013, Hanukkah overlapped with Thanksgiving, giving rise to countless Thanksgiving memes and jokes about cranberry-filled savignon and sweet potato latkes. Sadly, the next Thanksgiving won't occur until 2070, when the first night of Hanukkah will coincide with a particularly late Thanksgiving dinner. That's cool. I didn't realize in 2013 that this occurred, but it's probably because, again, I'm Canadian and I don't really know anyone who's Jewish. So I missed that internet meme, so I'm slightly disappointed. I'm sure it was really funny. Number 19. You'll need to use a whopping 44 candles to celebrate Hanukkah, since you light 2 candles at the first night, 3 the second night, 4 the third night, and so on. I'm curious, so they probably burn the whole time, I'm assuming then, if you need to use so many. So it's not like you just light it for 5 minutes and then call it a day, I'm assuming. Sorry, I have a hair caught in my eyelash glue. Number 20. A big part of Hanukkah is lighting candles, but some Jews opt for a less conventional approach. Besides buying candles in different colors and non-toxic varieties, there are also scented candles available for Hanukkah menorahs. If you want to make your home smell like vanilla, raspberry, or even savignon, there's a scented candle for you. That's fun, in my opinion, because they probably just used to use celebration. According to some Jewish learnings, they couldn't properly celebrate this festival, which was an 8-day holiday during the Maccabee Revolution. Maccabee Revolt, same thing. Because of this, the celebration got delayed until after the temple was repurified following Jerusalem's recapture. So the Sukkot is actually a very important Jewish holiday that includes feasting, prayers, and festivities. That's interesting. Number 29. A Hanukkah bush is not actually a thing, but many Jewish kids get to put up these mini trees anyway because their parents feel bad. Okay. Number 30. While coins, or geld is Yiddish for coins or money, have been part of Hanukkah observance for centuries, chocolate geld is considerably younger. In her book On the Chocolate Trail, Rabbi Deborah Prinz writes that opinions differ concerning the origins of chocolate geld. Some credit America's Loft Candy Company with creating it in the 1920s, while others suggest there were European versions earlier that inspired Israel's elite candy company. Prince notes as well that chocolate gelt resembles a European Christmas tradition of exchanging gold-covered chocolate coins, commemorating the miracles of St. Nicholas. I don't know, it's chocolate money. I don't think it should be that deep, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Number 31. The books of the Maccabees, which tell the story of Hanukkah, weren't included in the Hebrew Bible or the Torah, same thing, but they're in the Catholic Bible. Oh, that's kind of weird. Number 32. Marilyn Monroe owned a music-playing Hanukkah menorah, or the Marilyn menorah. When the Hollywood star converted to Judaism before marrying Jewish playwright Arthur Miller, her future mother-in-law gave her a menorah as a conversion gift. The Hanukkah lamp, with which the menorah's current owner says Miss Miller brought back from Jerusalem, has a wind-up music box in its base that plays Hannukah, Israel's national anthem. I butchered the pronunciation of that word. I'm sorry. It's featured in the Jewish Museum in New York City's exhibit Becoming Jewish. Warhol's Liz, and Marilyn, but sadly you can't wind it up. Number 33. Oily food isn't Hanukkah's only culinary tradition. Traditionally, Hanukkah has included foods with cheese in recognition of Judith, whose liberal use of the saltine treat facilitated a victory for the Maccabees. 34. On Hanukkah, Jewish people celebrate a grisly murder. The aforementioned